or anything. I just kind of cast at opening day yesterday, which was a 19-hour cast, so including the ISL 3 before that. So hopefully, I'm not too out of it right now. Anyway, yeah. So I'm gonna try and do these like until OGN tells us whether they're going to have an official English stream or not. Cause like I feel like there should be an English stream. So if they don't do it, then I'll do it, and if they do it, then I'll just let them do it. Because if they're doing an official English stream, then I probably won't be allowed to do a restream. That's basically how it goes. Anyway, today's match is going to be Team 8 versus CJ Antis. A little bit hard on these teams. They're playing like immediately after opening day, so like 2 matches in 2 days. That usually doesn't happen. I think they try to avoid that in the scheduling, so I'm not quite sure what happened. Well, I mean, I guess they had to have 2 teams play today, and since every team played yesterday, then it was unavoidable. Anyway, the first match is going to be Jaedong versus Hero. Presumably this is Hero Join. That's the idea I know him as. Let me just double check here, because a lot of people like to call themselves Hero. Some very heroic StarCraft players. Yeah, there's only one hero on CJ, and that is Hero Join. Anyway, so it's going to be a ZVZ to start off the day. A Brood War ZVZ, of course, since we are using the Brood War Best of 3, followed by StarCraft 2 Best of 3, followed by StarCraft 2 Ace Match format. By the way, can people just tell me if the audio balance is okay? Like, I want you guys to be able to somewhat hear the background audio, but not too loudly, because obviously there are Korean commentators, and I don't want to have to talk over them too much. But I would like a little bit of game sounds going on, so it's kind of difficult to strike that balance. Hopefully everything's good. If not, type in all caps, and I will immediately ban you. But after taking your opinion into consideration. So, looks like the first map is going to be Electric Circuit. We will have Jaedong spawning as the blue Zerg in the bottom right. That would make Hero Join the peach Zerg in the top left. Alright, so yesterday we saw Jaedong play StarCraft 2 against... I can't even remember who he played against, actually. Let me actually... that's actually a little embarrassing. Let me go figure out who he played against. He played a ZVP, and he got absolutely demolished. Unfortunately, did not look particularly impressive, but that's okay. It was by Sun. Aha, there we go. Thank you guys in the chat for telling me. I was looking it up in my in my stream thread. Anyway, I should probably pay attention here because I usually miss the opening builds. Hey, there's a pretty lady, and there are some white guys. Those are the 2 key ways to getting yourself on camera in Pro League. Either be a pretty lady or a non-Asian looking person, and you'll be fine. Looks like it's a 12 hatch from Jaedong here, playing a little bit of a risky build against an in-base. Was that an in-base 9 hatch from Hero Join? Okay. Hero Join is not exactly one of CJ's first-string Brood War players. However, they did use him in the playoffs last season. And he actually did this build order in his ZVZ. I can't remember against who, but it's basically a Zergling all-in build order that he used. And I think the first time he used it, he lost. And the second time he used it, it was against Crazy Hydra, and then he won that one, if memory serves correctly. Either way, yeah, 9 hatch, 9 pool, 9 gas. It's just a speed thing all in. It is... No, I don't think it's... Like, there is a very curious build where you can go like in hatchery and then also take your natural. It's like Buy Great did something like that, but no, he's taking the gas, so I don't think it's anything like that. Interestingly, he scouted cross map. Now, the reason for that is he doesn't want Jaedong to know where his spawn location is. So for example, if they had spawned in close positions and their overlords went towards each other, then obviously as soon as they met in the middle, Jaedong would know exactly where his opponent was, and if he wanted to, he could like send out a drone scout or something like that. Which is actually common if you're doing a 12 hatch. I'm actually surprised Jaedong hasn't sent a... Well, no, maybe I'm not surprised. No, it's ZVZ. No, never mind. I'm terrible. Ignore me. Where's Harm? Harm knows all about ZVZ. Harm, you should co-cast with me. Anyways, just gonna leave his Sixlings as natural. Not gonna poke out with them just yet. Doesn't want to reveal his Zerglings. There are these Zerglings of Jaedong as well. Interestingly, he sent one Zergling back into his main. I'm not quite sure what that's about. But, huh. Why did he send that Zergling back into his main? I don't know. I do not understand. Anyway, a lot of Zerglings coming out for Jaedong. And so now both of them have 2 hatcheries, so the larva count is going to be the same. Neither plays a larva advantage, but obviously Jaedong has the expansion advantage, I guess. So you know, this is definitely kind of a semi all-in build by Hero Join. I mean, that's what it was intended to be anyway. From the beginning, and now the Zerglings are revealed. The Overlord going to see exactly what's going on here. A lot of Zerglings going across the map. Looks like Zergling speed just finished, although Jaedong seems to have a more or less even Zergling count compared to Hero here. So I'm not sure if this is going to do too well. And the thing is, with Jaedong's Overlord going towards Hero's base, like, he can see any reinforcement links that are coming on. Yeah, this is not working at all, and this is putting Hero Join in a terrible position. You can see there the face shot of Doom. I mean, this is not very nice. I think I'm just trying to think, like, is 12 hatch really that good against an in-base 9 hatch? I mean, I think he was hoping that Jaedong would try and 1-base it, like go for a faster lair, so like overpool or 9-pool into a fast lair and go for the fast muta, and then he could overwhelm him with Zerglings, given that he would be working with 2 hatcheries worth of larva compared to Jaedong's 1 hatchery. Or even if Jaedong gets something like a 12-pool expand, his 2nd hatchery would be much later, so he'd have a lot fewer Zerglings. Anyway, the Overlord of Jaedong getting into the main base now, seeing exactly what's going on here. So I really doubt that he will lose this game. It's just, like, even though Jaedong's last season wasn't showing the best performance, he's still Jaedong, so I can't imagine him making any kind of critical error here. Looks like, actually, meanwhile, if you look at the minimap, Hero Join has hidden some links at the bottom left there, perhaps going to try and sneak around. But look at this Jaedong with some mind hacks here, going exactly where those links were hidden. Oh my goodness. That is really crazy. And if you look at the minimap, he also has links going through the center as well. So this was definitely intentional. He split up his Zerglings, just making sure that Hero could not do any of these crazy counterattacks. What's really interesting to me is that he sent half his Zerglings through the middle, half of them along the south path, and no Zerglings along the north. So I don't know if it's just because, like, in practice, in ZVZs, like, the Zergs would always hide it on the south side or something. This is very interesting, because if Hero Join had actually hidden his Zerglings at the north side, I don't think they would have got spotted. And anyway, looks like this hatchery is definitely going to go down. He should actually cancel that so he doesn't lose minerals. Yep, he's going to cancel it, but it doesn't really matter. He's pulling some drones, trying to hold on here, but Jaedong just with an overwhelming Zergling force, they're just going to completely demolish him. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have a Sunken in his main. That'd be quite a good foresight. No, he doesn't. Yeah, so he's completely dead here. The Zergling's going to get caught as soon as they pop. Even if they all got out, it doesn't matter. There's too many Zerglings for Jaedong. So Hero Join going to get taken down in set number 1 here. Team 8 going to start off with a victory, a much-needed victory. GG from Hero Join. Jaedong still looking good here in Broodor. He looked a little bit shabby in StarCraft 2, but he is still the Jaedong we know and love. So, oh damn, I was gonna say something else. Oh yes, I mean, yesterday in their match against SKT, Teammate got completely steamrolled 4-0. Shit, spoiler alert. Whoops. Usually when I do these, the matches are like a few days before. This match was yesterday. If you haven't watched it yet, I apologize for spoiling the results of that series. I will be careful about that from now on. But anyway, yeah, so this is their first victory in the new season of Pro League, and as you can see, I am doing these from YouTube VODs. Actually, hold on, just give me a second. All right, the screen's gonna go black here. Don't panic. Don't panic. I'm gonna keep talking. You can listen to my soothing voice, or allegedly soothing voice, and I'm just gonna give myself like an overlay that I can switch to so that I don't so that the transitions look a little bit nicer. I'm sorry, I'm not very prepared today. I don't really have a good overlay, so I'm just gonna go with this one. I think this is a fantastic overlay to use for all purposes, really. So yeah, it's gonna be my generic overlay. Okay, so now we're back and starting. Alright, so Team 8 gets 1 point. And